Ode to Fireworks. In autumn, my mother drove us to the edge of the field, where the fair was set up year after year. The carousel, the bumper cars, the long, low sheds filled with prize-winning animals. We, my sister, my cousin, and I, were ready for bed, all ready in our pajamas. This was a treat we waited all year for. We waited in the darkness for the first low, dull thwumps, like someone beating an old filthy rug hung on a wash line. Then we counted the seconds between the lightning and the thunder, as we also used to do, until the sky lit up red, blue, green, gold. In my mind's eye, I can still see the straggly ancient oak tree whose branches reached up past the exhibition hall, silhouetted against the spectrum of stars that cascaded behind it. So what's happening in here in the first stanza? It looks like there's fireworks, and it's a once-a-year event. It seems to be exciting to the author or the narrator here. And how exactly do we know it's fireworks here? It doesn't say fireworks in the first stanza, but we get that from the title. And the figurative language here, the thwumps, the lightning and thunder are red, blue, green, and gold. Well, literally lightning is not red, blue, green, and gold. That would be fireworks and the light they make in the sky. And the thwumps would be the booms, the low, dull booms of the fireworks. It was one thing to look up into the sky and imagine yourself in it, or to make out pictures among the clouds, which my sister liked to do. No, I would tell her, that cloud does not look like an elephant, a hat, an umbrella, but it was another thing to see the sky at night written upon with those jewels. We lived in the country. Night was night. All around us, crickets stridulated in the stubble of what had been somebody's cornfield, their song rising and falling. You could smell winter in the air's edge. So what's happening in this paragraph or this stanza? It's additional memories about the event when they go to the fairgrounds and they watch fireworks. And it's about some of their perceptions. There are italicized words here, as in the first stanza. Thwumps, not, night, emphasizing. So I expect we'll probably see questions about that. Let's continue to the next stanza. Now, in the city, when the sky dips into the shadow at New Year's or on the 4th of July, I find myself craning my neck upward at odd moments. The city sky is always lit up. This is where we live now, and is how we live now, awash in light of every hue. Everything is a constant celebration, picking up washing at the cleaners or stopping by the corner market for a loaf of heavy bread. And the music around me is the music of people, their voices rising and falling in 100 languages. But beneath the yellowish glow deep in the sky of all our city lights pelting out into the universe, I remember the feel of the pickup truck bumping across the ridged field as I kept waiting for those childhood bursts, watching as they escorted us home. So this stanza's contrasting the city where the author or the poet lives now versus the memory of the country and that one exciting event every year with the fireworks. In the city, the fireworks remind the author of that. But the city is always lit up, unlike the country. And there's repetition here of now, now, now. This is where we live now, seemingly contrasting with the first two stanzas, which were the past. We also get a repetition here of rising and falling of the music of people, the voices of people, as opposed to in the second stanza, we had a rising and falling of the crickets and the noise they made. So this poem is narrated in the first person. The author is fairly positive, having a fond memory and contrasting it to where they live now. I think we know enough to answer the questions. Let's tackle the questions.